Welcome to class this month, Deranged.
Welcome to OnlinePilatesClasses.com, the most supportive Pilates-loving community across the globe. Enjoy new weekly classes from our amazing teachers. Download the OnlinePilatesClasses.com app today.
Deranged. So, as the team was discussing, a lot of times we're like, it's a life, right? We're always looking like, what are we working towards? And so there's different exercises that we're like, okay, how does this help us with this next thing? And each quarter we love to have our, an opportunity to do a check-in, which allows us to see where we are right now. But this month we actually wanted to, on each piece of equipment, focus on changing how much we go to try to be at the furthest we can in exercise. And like, what is this like amorphous, like this goal we have and how hard we're pushing towards it, and just focus on where we are right now and playing with a different range. So maybe shortening the range, or in this case on the chair, we might be playing with different springs or setting ourselves up in a different spot to change the range. So are you ready to derange with me? We'll start with footwork. Let's go on one top, one bottom spring. And we're going to slide to the back edge of the chair. So this is going to change the range that we can have in our hips, because obviously the chair is there and our thighs are going to hit much sooner. So hands hug the sides of the chair, heels high on the balls of your feet, heels hugging together, push the pedal down and lift it up. So what's cool is here I feel like I can get the pedal a little higher, but I can't go as low. It definitely feels like a different challenge. And I have to really root down into my sit bones so I don't slide off. 3 more. All right, onto the arches of your feet. Squeeze everything together. Woo, that feels different, yeah? Let's do 3 more, hugging everything tight. If you can't put everything together, you want to put a block here, that's also fine whenever we're parallel. And then on to the heels. I find the heels one to be the most different. If you're like, I don't remember, I can't compare it, don't worry, we're going to have an opportunity to. We will have an opportunity to do that. Awesome. Okay. Slide to the center of the chair, go back onto the balls of your feet, and do just 5 here on the toes, then 5 arches, 5 heels. How does it change? Did it change? Are you able to just check in with where you are? Nothing has to change. You can have months where it's like a tried and true. It's not like you're going backwards, but you don't have to be moving forwards. All right. Now back to the edge that we normally do. And obviously we always focus on the up, but today I just want you to focus on where are your thigh bones moving in space, and can they move only as much as you can feel your muscles. So you don't ever feel like the springs are closing you or you're overpowering the springs. Like you're just kind of moving in the range. And then on to the arches. And then heels. Woo, felt that. Okay, come off of there. Now my legs feel a little bit like Jell-O. And come onto the hands being at the front of your chair for Achilles stretch. So sometimes we're either too close to the chair or we're too far away. So I kind of want you to go a little like 2 feet distance away. And then I want you to go 2 feet touching. Okay. And then I just want you to take, as if you were going to take like a step, whatever your gait is. So we're going to change the range of what we stand here. It's going to be different for all of us because we all have a different gait step. And then place the ball of your foot on the pedal. And then your knee goes on the chair. Your hands hold the knee in place. And then you point and flex. And you're just holding that knee there. And it's actually not the biggest point and flex. So today it's a deranged version. So it's like just a little and 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 a lot and a lot and a little. 2 more. And switch. So we go back to both feet on the floor. Go ahead and step really far back, big stretch. Place your feet to the edge of the chair, and then the foot that you're going to stand on takes its step back, and then the other foot comes on, and then we go. And we just do a small range of motion to start. What does it change to be this far away from the chair? And then just a little range. It's not an Achilles, I call it Achilles stretch, but it's like how do I connect my heel to my butt? Not like it's going to touch, but that when my heel goes up and down, it changes the connection to my seat. Now go a lot and a little and a little and a lot. And whew, all right. Okay, now we'll step a little bit closer to the chair for the press down front. So to derange this one, instead of always going down and all the way up, I want us to stay kind of in the middle. All right, we're going to keep the spring kind of alive. So press into the pedal, engage the spring, and then instead of going all the way down, go as far as you can without touching, and then almost close the spring, and then almost touch the mat, and then almost close the spring, and almost touch. Oh, I touched the floor. So really working just in the smaller range of motion. Where do you feel this in the back of your leg? How does this challenge your standing leg to not be able to bottom out or top out? And if you want a little bit more, we're going to change the range in another way. Lift the heel of the foot you're standing on. Woo! And then press into the pedal 3 times. Woo! Woo! Felt that. All right. Okay, so we switch. So again, press into the pedal, and we're not bottoming out or topping out today, even though our goal is always like, what's the biggest range of motion we could do? We are deranging, and we're just keeping the spring alive. 3 more like this. And then hold onto the pedal, lift up the ball of the foot the heel of the foot you're standing on, and then change how that changes the range. And then lower the heel, lift the pedal. All right. Turn to the side, of course. Press down side. So this one, you might not be used to closing the spring and opening the spring all the way. So you might already been working in a deranged version of this, and that's okay, right? Press into the pedal. What if you can, instead of like focusing on closing the spring and going, oh, I still didn't get there, you just celebrated, that's as far as I'm supposed to go today. Check me out. I already slayed this. So we're not bottoming out. We're not topping out. And if you liked lifting the heel on the front version, you can lift it up after a few and see how this changes the range. Woo! How does it make you work differently? Woo, makes me super present. All right, before we turn around to the other side, go ahead and set that pedal foot down, and let's derange our crossover. So first, do set up. I like to open the spring all the way, get my hips square, and then we're gonna work in the middle here. And I want you to work in the middle with some zest. I think we get a little perfection-y, we can get a little slow down, and let's work this middle, the deranged version of your crossover with some more zest for 5 and 4, 3, that kind of pace, 2, 1, whew. Yes. All right. So press down side. My legs feel like Jell-O. we just got started. My legs feel like Jell-O. Okay. So here we go. Go ahead and remember, it's not about bottoming out or topping out. You are working this range and celebrating where you are in this moment, and just enjoying that at no point do we have to overextend ourselves or overflex ourselves or push ourselves. And then if you did so on the first side, you lift the heel up and you push down and up. And then that heel comes down, and then you switch to your crossover. So again, I do open the spring all the way because it allows me to get my hips where I want them. And then we pump with zest. Oop, I bottomed out. Got a little excited. Pull that top hip back. lift your chest